I swear, that the title screen Pokemon figure is determined by where you're at. And even if it's not for all of them, at the very least in the dream world, I think it's Darkrai, because I'm pretty sure I rolled Darkrai every single time. I don't think there was a time where I was started in the dream world where I didn't roll Darkrai. That's just my theory, though. We won't ultimately know. I guess, well, first I should say, Jesus, I made sure to start in this room so that it doesn't lag. As soon as I leave this room, like lag is just awful, so I'm making sure to start in this room. I guess to recap, in the previous part, we actually made it to, or did we start in Erebus City? No, we made it to Erebus City. We made it through, I think it was Rem Ocean to Erebus City, did everything there, actually met Adam, like, before, like, as soon as we entered the gym, we met him. He was there waiting for us and said, come to the back, like, beat all the trainers, come to the, like, leader challenge room or whatnot, and then we'll talk more. Or, like, but basically, like, that we needed to discuss things in private because it was basically confirmed that we're his daughter or whatnot, that ultimately the main character, the protagonist in the game, the biggest sort of question or conspiracy or like theory that's been going on since the beginning, like the very beginning of the game, like ultimately who we are, that we haven't known for 98 hours, 99 hours, for 2 years, 2 whole years since I played this game. I started summer of 2018. We now know, and it is now confirmed, that who we are, us is the main character. We are the offspring of the first augur, Adam, also the gym leader, also the initial holder of the crystal, right? That which he got from the super secret Arceus Society, which is now known as the Timeless, because we had a flashback. Because besides, straight up saying he was our, like, father or whatnot, he also, like, gave the whole flashback or a whole sort of spiel about how things are the way they are and how he got trapped in our dream world. So ultimately, everything regarding that, he also said. We're going to go through the scene once more, so I'm not going to, like, talk more than, or say more than I've already said, but also sort of, so putting that all behind us, now that we finally know who we are in the whole scene involving how we got here, like sort of the process behind that, the question is whether or not it was intended for us to leave the dream world. Because ultimately, it's seeming as though it was never intended for us to leave the dream world through that dream rift. Like everyone's been saying, you need a legendary to leave. And that ultimately, like, I don't know, that they'll try and that, yeah, it was implied that, we weren't ever supposed to leave the dream world, at least until eventually, like, we'll, like, story, like the story or plot calls for it, like if there's an actual, like, planned escape for us as opposed to through that dream rift. But my guess was that the kind of like as was with the case with the Infernal Cult base and how you could potentially get soft locked with that. The makers of the game probably thought that it'd be unfair to throw you into a dream world with no escape and have an immediate battle with Persephone. That seems unfair, like especially if you're not in like any sort of condition to take her on. So maybe it was intended for us never to leave, but in sort of practicality that wouldn't end up well. Like that was kind of how it was with the Infernal base. The Infernal, like the whole Infernal base sort of arc or section of the game was just like, there was so much wrong with it. But again, yeah, it's like good in theory, right? Like, but like not so good in practicality. So that's kind of the thing with this. But yeah, obviously, I'm not going to show all the new, wait, I didn't even get any new Pokemon since the previous time. All I did was, okay, I actually can show this. So I trained all my Pokemon to level 84. That's actually the level of his highest Pokemon. Obviously, well, Cleaver was like 3,000 experience away from level 85, so I just trained him, especially considering he's gonna kind of be the MVP against this gym leader. I also bought 5 max potions and revives, so we're back there. But yeah, that's all I really needed to do. So it really wasn't too much work. I'm leading off with Spicy Ice. That's my choice. I've determined that that is the best like choice I can do. It was between either Spicy Ice or Jackbox. The issue, okay, here's the issue. Demix absolutely useless against this gym, and Demon absolutely useless against this gym. That's the issue. Neither of these Pokemon are really useful. I guess he's got a Spiritomb like Persephone had. Obviously, that's not his Mega. I could potentially use Demon against that, but the rest of his Pokemon, no. It's mainly going to be Spicy Ice, Jackbox, Sandman, and Cleaver. And the reason why I put Spicy Ice first was because in the previous part, we actually started the battle, and I was going to fight him until I realized, half my Pokemon were fainted. He let off with a Greninja, and it's got all special attacks. So my main thing is I'd rather have, let's look at the special defense difference between these two Pokemon. 228, 134. So yeah, that's a very huge difference. And Spicy Ice also has the most special attack. It's funny. Spicy Ice and Jackbox are exact opposites. Spicy Ice has the most special attack and special defense on my team. Jackbox has the most attack and defense on my team. So, well, okay, no, actually that's a lie. Sandman, oh, wait, never mind. Sandman and Cleaver both have more attack. Yeah, Cleaver, oh my god, 277, 230. Such a beast. He's going to carry this battle. But yeah, I mean, I think Spicy Ice is a better chance against his Greninja. Also, if somehow Spicy Ice outspeeds Thunderbolt, even if, Thunderbolt will be super effective. So, but yeah, now we're just going to go through the scene again, involving sort of the origin or whatnot. Yeah, let's quick save one last time. There we go. Oh, we need to speak with him. All right. So, well, dang, you really do look older. Well, that's because we are. And I'm curious. Wait, but no, here's the thing, right? So I'm looking on the wiki, and his sprite always has purple hair. So we just happened to choose the cat because there's three initial what would you call it? Customizations for the characters, and we just happened to pick the one with purple hair. Because I was thinking maybe it adjusts depending on what you pick, but it doesn't. The wiki always shows him having purple hair. What do you know about the first author? Not much, eh? He's a pretty cool guy. I guess nobody does anymore. With all that Yearn's done to censor my name out, confirmation he's the first auger. That's right, my name, was the first auger. And now we know he's the 8th gym leader. I'm not dead, although being stuck in here, I might as well be. I guess it's story time, isn't it? It is. This was a few years ago, back when the Torn region was a complete mess. Despite that, life was amazing for me. I was happy I had a family. I was a gym leader. I was even chosen by a legendary Pokemon. So yeah, that's confirmation and connection between the first auger and 8th gym leader. I grew arrogant. Thought that I alone could solve the problems in Torn. So I saw one of the most respected trainers of all time, I messed up. And we now know this is referring to Cynthia, because he initially saw Cynthia. And the reason how he saw her, or the reason why, or how he saw her, was that he saw a Lucario Mega Evolve in order to protect a Riolu, which doesn't happen in nature. So he followed it, and it led him to Cynthia, who likely faked her own death to become a part of the Timeless. However, if we remember all the way back to, I don't even remember which ruins it was, but in the ruins after Midna Town, we saw the exact same thing. We saw a Lucario Mega Evolve to protect Riolu from the Abyssal. So Cynthia was likely behind that as well. We just didn't know it at the time, but we know it now. So yeah, it turns out she's part of some group of legendary incredible trainers, she being Cynthia. They had seen the same problems I had, and I talked them into making a huge mistake, aka giving him the crystal. Let's see, I finally found you. And yeah, this is the 4 members. We still have no clue who's on the left. That's the issue, right? And I'm not gonna Google the freaking Timeless because that'll give me all the spoilers in the world. Obviously, there's Cynthia Steven Stone and the King of Amor, who we met. Granted, whether the King of Amor knows we're the daughter of the first auger is kind of irrelevant, I guess. It wasn't necessarily implied, we should say. You guys were chosen by Arceus to guard the strongest trainers throughout all of history. 4. We still have no clue who's on the left. Like we said, it looks like Burge. We really need them to face 4, the Timeless. I'm such a huge fan, Stephen Cynthia. He's literally fangirling right now. He's the two champions of the region, right? Maybe, no, that doesn't look like Otter. Because I was thinking, how many champions do we have? Is that Lance? No, that doesn't seem like Lance. Maybe it's Lance? Hold on, let's look at Lance's trainer model. Okay, Lance, because it just connected, or it just hit me that Steven and Cynthia are both champions. I just want to see his sprite. So, or his overworld sprite. Okay, it's not showing his overworld sprite. Hold on, if I look to his wiki page, I can actually just see it. Or not wiki page, Bulbapedia page. Yeah, I just want to see if that's, because we know they're using their Gen 4. Okay, really? It's lagging. We know it's using, okay, so let's see. It should show their, doesn't it show? I have no clue. I just, because we don't know, the issue is we don't know who's on the left. But there may be some connection. Okay. No, that's not Lance. Just no. Oh, okay, I was dead off there, right? We still have no clue who that is on the left. I feel like I'm an idiot. It must be another figure from Gen 4 because I haven't played them. Really Sin. Why does everyone call each other nicknames? Between Dia in person, now it's Sin. Like, it's more strong card than he seems, Steven. I'm sure he'll make a worthy ally. We still have no clue who's on the left. Very right about this. I was actually saying it was Burge, given by the color and like sort of composition of his hair, but it wouldn't be like a random Burge in this group. Because we've got the King of Amora, 2 champions, just a random gym leader. We have no clue. Maybe it's, we were theorizing whether it's Red, but obviously he doesn't have a cap. Because it was mentioned that Red was part of this group. Maybe it's Silver, we don't know. All the cults, all the chaos in the region. I can't stop it alone. I need your help. And how, pray tell, did you learn about our group? I was on Route 2 and I saw Cynthia in action. You what? Cynthia? She was him. I saw Lucario Mega Evolve in order to protect a baby Riolu. That's exactly what we saw as well. Pokemon can't Mega Evolve on their own. I knew there was something fishy going on. And I found her hiding in a nearby cave. Okay. She wasn't going to say anything, but when she noticed I had Hoopa, she mentioned this whole thing. It's like, because we know Steven Stone had to fake his death in order to become a part of this group, so we can assume it, as well as the King of Amora. So we can assume everyone else had to do the same. Cynthia, we've talked about this. You have to be more careful. Who was chosen him, Steven? It's trustworthy, I know it. I mean, the King of Amora was chosen by Victini, so that shows, like, if you're chosen, that you're reliable, right? And then I don't get, like, with this voting system within the time list. There's 4 people. More often than not, it's going to be a 2-2 vote. But unfortunately, the side that was for you, barring the crystal, was nearly unanimous. And this shows that all 3 of them, besides Steven, voted for him to get the crystal. So it's like, but damn, you need to listen carefully. Even we don't know what the crystal is for. All we know is that Arceus wants it guarded. And if Arceus wants it guarded, then it's clearly very important. People have tried to steal it before. The Giratina cult, most likely. You cannot let that happen. You mean those weirdo Giratina look-alike cultists? They're no threat. Not with the crystal by my side. Are you sure? Because we know they're not cultists. There's something else. We know they're not human, and their goal is to survive. So they're likely going to terraform the earth to their needs and whatnot. And then the theory, an extending theory, is whether or not they're from the distortion will give them Giratina cultists. But then it's also like, we know. We can likely speculate that they were originally that they are the oldest cult. We know this because they were initially directly after it, as they stated, or tried to get it before. So likely failing, what they did was they created the Infernal Cult, since we know Zenith was dealing with Mistress, which the Infernal Cult then created the other cult. So, bullshit, they can't just steal from you. They need to defeat you first. My group has decided to lend you this crystal against my counsel to help deal with the huge cult problems that Torn has. Torn's like the problem child region. But you have to turn. You cannot let it fall into the hands of Giratina's group. You cannot lose to them. Do you understand? So far, they're not in the hands of Giratina's group, but you cannot lose. I understand. Right now, it's broken into shards. We have 2 of them, and Yiren is 1. I won't let you down, guys. I won't lose. And he lost. I lost. I bit off more than I could chew. I thought I was undefeatable. In a way, I kind of was. With Arceus' ancient crystal, I couldn't die or be defeated, so they couldn't straight up kill him. They needed to get rid of him otherwise. But I learned a very important lesson that day. Never go up against somebody smarter than you. And we were saying it was like, because it wasn't even the Giratina cult who beat them. It was, or who got rid of him. It was Yiren and Percival and Darkrai, key factor, but them 2. And we know they're sort of like 2 tiers below the Giratina cult, because the Giratina cult presumably had a hand in creating the Inferno cult, which the Inferno cult then spawned these multiple other cult offshoots, including Yarns and Persephones, to an even invulnerability as a loop. It was clever, I admit. Exactly 1 year ago, Persephone and Yarn had the bright idea of using my family against me, us, to protect my daughter. I had to stop fighting. But even then, even with my not fighting back, I was still invulnerable. This was the first time that Persephone met Darkrai. She convinced it to steal me away in the dreams of my daughter, us. This is the official confirmation. After 99 hours, after 2 years, we now finally answer the biggest question in the game, who we are. Like, we finally answer that. The game's never going to be the same. And then Gengar, and then her Gengar used Dream Eater. Let's see, luckily I was able to contact, and that was the Gengar using Dream Eater on us. So somehow, a year ago from now, what is it? Or a year ago prior to the start of the game was when all this happened. But somehow there was a year gap between him being sealed in our dreams and the Gengar using Dream Eater, right? That's sort of the unanswered question. I did send Mew to rescue you, and I woke you up and guided you out. Because if we remember, it wasn't just Mew, it was also an unknown sort of person guiding us as well. It wasn't just Mew. So there is also that question answered. Actually, one of the theories or speculations was that it was the first Augur, but I ended up dropping it for the theory that we were, given how everyone somehow remembered us but couldn't put like their finger on it, right? But obviously that was wrong too. So, all right, you're doing so much better than I am. You've already defeated Audrey and Zenith. Rip Audrey. Like, honestly, I feel so bad for like, I even feel bad for like the people who I don't feel bad for are Zenith, because in his death he just got owned by the Oracle. I don't really feel bad for Yarn, like, because he's just kind of, he's like freaking Mistress call him an edgy anti-hero. That was actually really funny. But Yarn, well, I also kind of, it's because here's the thing, right? Obviously Audrey's death was sad. That's why you feel bad for her, right? It was kind of like her ultimate failure in the end, you know, sort of like her failure has been realized, and that she ultimately realized, you know, that she was wrong this whole time, right? And then Zenith's death, he just got owned by the Oracle. And then we know Persephone has a really sad backstory. Like, nothing's really gone right for her. You even feel bad for, like, beating her in the dream world, despite her ultimately challenging you. And then at least with, like, and it's interesting for the Perfection cult, because we know Rukra, he used to be this smart and nice kid, right? Like, that was ultimately sort of his backstory. What we've learned from multiple people, Professor Sylvan, we learned that from Harmony, and the Science Club as well, that ultimately he used to be a smart and nice kid. But then there was likely an event or incident which turned him into a cult leader, right? Or that sort of, that, I guess, changed his mentality to thinking that the best way, or that the best sort of course of action for him was to start a cult. And then Tane, obviously, we don't really have any backstory on him. He's just this guy who has insane amounts of legendaries and does all the dirty work in the Perfection cult. And then Yeren, obviously, he's like the main antagonist, the big baddie of the game. But he's also really the only cult leader kind of in, or not even in on, but as at least knowledgeable about Mistress's plan. Granted, Zenith was too, but he just immediately got betrayed by her. At the very, because Yeren, it's different. Like, Zenith was always a part of Mistress's plan. Yeren wasn't. So him being knowledgeable about Mistress is different than Zenith, because Zenith, that knowledge was sort of, that was brought upon it. Mistress was the one who presumably helped Zenith create the Infernal cult. But Yeren, he did this all on his own. He took the position of Augur on his own, which was something Mistress wasn't prepared for. She planned on using the Infernal cult to overthrow the first Augur, right? So Yeren, he is such an interesting character because he's kind of a thorn in Mistress's side. He's the one sort of person or thing that wasn't a part of her plan, but somehow ended up in this, having a great deal of influence on the region. So yeah, there's that. I think honestly, Pain, with the exception of Tane and Yeren, all the sort of antagonists have really interesting like backstories, like really sad in a sense backstories. I would say it's up to you to reunite this crystal, return to the Guardians, and stop this gay or Tina group. But then we are also saying maybe we're playing into Mistress's hands, because obviously ever since we beat Yeren at J Tower, the crystal broke. You know, broke into 3 separate crystal shards. You know, ever since we received the crystal shard from Damien, the crystal shard has been in 3 different hands. Now it's only in 2, given that we have 2/3 of the shard, with Yeren having the last 1/3. If we take the last 1/3 shard, or the last 1/3 of the crystal, the last crystal shard from Yeren, could very well be playing in Mistress's hands. Because all she would have to do is come to us and take all 3 from us. Perhaps having the crystal shards be in the hands of one person is playing in Mistress's, like, sort of, I guess, plan or whatnot. They've been manipulating us since forever. I'm not sure why exactly, but they want that crystal. Entire prophecy business, that fake prophet you Omega and the Infernal base, whatever mind ability Zenith had, it all ties back to them. I just wish I knew more about them. We know they're doing it for survival, so they'll likely end up terraforming the planet, or even just touring. The only way out of the dream realm is with a legendary Pokemon. Hoopa could have gotten me out, but I'll send you without it. This is the stuff that makes me think that it was intended for us to not be able to leave the dream realm through the rift, and that ultimately, like, maybe they realized that that wouldn't exactly be ideal, just throwing us in with no way out with an immediate Persephone, right? Darkrai's probably forgotten about me. Yeah, but you have Mune. With an H gym badge, you'll be able to transform to copy Hoopa's ability, Hyperspace Hold. You can get out of here. Because that was also mentioned that I forgot about, that, you know, once we get that 8th badge, we get another Mew ability. But to get that badge, you'll need to win it fair and square. I know it's a lot to take in. I'm sorry for that. It's not easy to tell you all of this. I wish I could have softened it. No, you did it good. Like, you just got to be blunt about that stuff. We have a world to save. We don't have time. This is a battle that needs to happen. It's time to be in. I hope you're right. Father against daughter. This is the battle of the century. And I'm kind of disappointed that he doesn't have his own theme. Like, this would be the sort of one, I guess he has sort of reason to have his own theme just as much as Damien does, right? Because Damien has his own theme, like, or at least ever since we battled him previously. But yeah, I mean, so now we actually get into battling him. Let's see, Greninja. Honestly, I think we can beat him. I don't really think I'll have that big of a problem. I think Spicy Ice is still the correct lead here. So I guess the question is whether it outspeeds us. Because it has I guess Greninja is notably fast, so it should. It's got Dark Pulse, Surf, and Extra Sensory, which are all special moves, but it also has a Life Orb and Protein. So I assume we can tank at least one attack, given how specially defensive Spicy Ice is, despite it having Protein and a Life Orb. It does outspeed us. Oh, that's nice that it used Surf, because Thunderbolt's still super effective as a result. So we just need to bank on surviving this. So we do. This may very well kill it, or at the very least bring it to the point where, okay, it does kill it. Nice. Because I was going to say, maybe it brings it to the point where it uses a 4 restore, but then that's just him wasting 4 restores. Like, ultimately, we'd just be able to spam Thunderbolt, right? And now we're getting leftover seals. Let's see what he uses on next. Tyranitar. Do we outspeed a Tyranitar? Granted, here's the thing. His Tyranitar is choice banded. So whatever move it uses to kill Spicy Ice is the move it's locked into. I'd say what would be ideal. I have no clue. Here's what I think is ideal. Like, granted, I'm banking on Spicy Ice outspeeding this Tyranitar. We could use either Flash Cannon or Moonblast. I think Moonblast is better because, yeah, Flash Cannon's 80 versus Moonblast, which is 95, right? So Moonblast is definitely better here, and I assume we outspeed it. If we don't, it missed. Oh my god, that was so lucky. We really don't outspeed a Tyranitar. That did less than half. Jeez. Now we just need to hope. Well, it's going to kill us with Stone Edge, but we need to hope if it somehow doesn't. Okay, yeah. But now it's locked into Stone Edge, and it only has 3 PP left. So ultimately, the choice span, though. So what's the best bet against Stone Edge? I think the only Pokemon that has a chance of surviving is Sandman. It's super effective against Jackbox. Maybe actually Demix. Technically though, Cleaver resists it. He may outspeed him. So, or no, Cleaver doesn't even resist it. It's neutral. Yeah, I think the only Pokemon that has a chance of surviving is Sandman here. Yeah, I think he's the only one that has a chance of surviving a Choice Banded Stone Edge. Like, given he has a lot of HP, he resists it. And we're going to use Drain Punch here because it's quad effective. And that's, well, actually, hold on. So let's see. Let's do the math. Drain Punch times 75 times 4. That's 150, 300. Earthquake with Stab is 150. So Drain Punch and Earthquake do the same amount of damage, but Drain Punch lets us heal HP, so it outspeeds us. Let's see how much damage that does. Okay, but we should heal with this or whatnot. Yeah, how much HP is that going to heal? Nice. And with leftovers, we heal. That's 2 down. Yeah, so honestly, we got lucky with the Tyranitar missing Stone. This is the lucky run. Yeah, we're nearly at full HP. Roserade. And this is the Delta Roserade that I used the Delta Budu in the previous run, but I never evolved it. So let's see. It's Dark and Fairy. So Poison is actually super effective. Here's the thing. It is Sludge Wave, Dark Pulse, Moonblast, and Heat Wave. So all special attacks, which we know is Sandman's specialty, special defense. The issue is it has a choice specs. So those all may kill us. I guess what we need to do here is Gunk Shot because it's super effective against Fairy. In 120 times, it may be enough to kill it. I'm not sure though. So it outspeeds us. That shouldn't kill us though because it's not even Stab. Yeah, I would be more worried about, oh my god, that one-shot it. Beast. I was more worried about Dark Pulse or Moonblast killing us, given that at least has Stab. But Heat Wave, not really the move there on his part. Honestly, it's looking like we're going to win. He's not really playing this well. And then Bisharp is a Dark Steel. So he has, he has Sucker Punch, Knockoff, Iron Head. Honestly, I think we die here to Bisharp. Unless, like, let's say I heal up. Hold on. Here's what I'm going to do. I think either a knockoff Iron Hand or Sucker Punch kills Demon here, especially because it has, or not Demon, Sandman, given it has a life orb. However, there's a slight chance it could use Sucker Punch. On the off chance it uses Sucker Punch, or maybe I revive Spicy Ice. Maybe I revive Spicy Ice here. That might be the move, but Spicy Ice doesn't kill that Bisharp. Honestly, I think it's better to use a Max Potion here. Because even so, we can see whether those even 3-shot us. They might not. I'm using a Max Potion here, banking on the Bisharp using Sucker Punch. So let's hope we baited it, or let's hope it did end up using Sucker Punch. That's an issue. Hold on. Yeah, honestly, I think I need to Drain Punch it now because before, I wasn't sure whether I would survive on half HP, but now the issue is whether I can survive at all. So, yeah, I think we Drain Punch here. I think I can survive an attack from it, given how much HP we have and how it's not super effective. I think we can survive at least one attack, whether it be a Sucker Punch, Knockoff, or Iron Head, and then kill it with Drain Punch. So it used Iron Head. I think we can survive this. Oh my god. I might have lost. Like, Max Potioning in anticipation of its Sucker Punching may have actually cost me this. But granted, here's the thing. I think the move here now is to bank on Cleaver outspeeding it. This may be the last I have at winning. Because Jackbox, it's not. Granted, honestly, what might be the move is sending out Jackbox. Because let's compare Jackbox's defense to Sandman's. So 186 versus 150. I think Jackbox has a chance of surviving here. I think because he's only 30 HP less, but he has 30 more defense, which is comparative. And I think if Jackbox can get off the Drain Punch, then you could potentially kill it and recover all the HP. So yeah, let's use Drain Punch here. Okay, so we're gonna see whether this kills us. Well, granted, knockoff does double damage if you have an item, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it deals double damage. Like six. It doesn't. Damn. So that really one-shot us. Let's see. That really one-shot us, huh? So that no. So it doesn't double damage, and that's still one. I think I really screwed up by using the max potion. I honestly was trying to bait it into like sucker punching. And I figured, oh, max potion is kind of insurance as well, because it would be greedy to use something like a revive. But I assumed if I max potioned, I would be able to survive a hit from it if it did use an actual move. But the Swords Dance, it predicted me correctly there. I think our only hope at this point of winning is that Cleaver outspeeds it. I was doing so well too. 3 Pokemon down. Killing this would put him at 4 down. We need to hope we outspeed it. Nice. And that should one-shot it. So there we go. That was lucky. Like, he really outplayed me there with the Swords Dance. Like, I mean, granted, I honestly still may lose this battle as a result because I still ended up losing 2 Pokemon. You want to know something interesting? This Mega Evolves. I guess, should I ice? Hold on. Let me look at Hydreigon's stats. Specifically, Mega Hydreigon. Probably shouldn't spoil that. 90. It still only has 98 speed, as both a non-Mega and a Mega. It only has 98. I guess, do we bank on outspeeding this Hydreigon? Because it's only has 105 defense. That's not exactly the most. So do we bank on outspeeding? Because I'm not sure if an Ice Shard could kill, but I think if we have a chance to outspeed, we should go for a close combat. I think we bank on outspeeding it here. Here's the Mega Ring. So let's see this. So there's the Mega Hydreigon, the freaking 5-head. Like, it outsped us. Also, in case you don't know its ability, it splits the attack up amongst 5, or it splits an attack into 5. So that Flash Cannon was going to hit 5 times, 1 per head. The more you damage it, the less attacks it gets. So it starts off super strong, but doesn't exactly get any stronger. That might have lost me the battle there. Like, I actually think that lost me the battle, because the issue is neither Demon. So now it outspeeds Demon. We know that for a fact. Yeah, honestly, I think that made us lose the battle. Granted, I think Demon has some chance against Spiritomb. So I need to use Demix for fodder here and then bring someone back. Honestly, that was... I still can't believe that Bisharp used Swords Dance. Honestly, I think that cost me I should have used Ice Shard. Ice Shard, even if it didn't kill it, it would have brought it down low. That kind of sucks. So let's see. Who are we bringing back? Who is the best chance? Maybe Sandman? Sandman may be able to deal with Hydreigon. Granted, Sandman can probably also deal with Spiritomb. Because Hydreigon loses its Levitate, right? I'm not... Because I can bring back Cleaver and use... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring back Cleaver and Ice Shard it. I want to see how much damage that'll do. I don't think it'll one-shot it, but it should bring it low. Or at least it'll damage it to where it doesn't get as many attacks. Really, crit? Yeah, I'm bringing back Cleaver and Ice Sharding it. However, if that, I don't think it'll kill it. I honestly don't think an Ice Shard will kill it. So, yeah, I mean, granted, now that we know it does outspeed us for sure, I was kind of banking on us outspeeding it, but that wasn't the case. So, yeah, let's go back to fight. Yeah, let's use Ice Shard now. That kind of sucks that outspeeds us. Let's see how much damage. Yeah, did slightly below half, but now he made 4. But here's the thing. Remember, this is only going to hit. Oh, that's still enough to kill. Because I was going to say that's. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I thought it got weaker. It gets stronger? I thought it lost heads when you deal damage. It gains them? How? So is it at 160 per? Because hold on, let's. Okay. 5 heads, right? The attack is divided into 20% to equal 100, right? Because it's normal on full health. It just gained 3. That's added 3 times 20. It's at 100. Okay, we lost here. My thinking was it would lose heads. It would be down to like 3 or 2, and then Demon may survive an attack. But it gains them. We lose. Yeah, we lose. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We lose this. Oh my god. Because Demon doesn't outspeed this thing. Okay. Hold on, wait a second. No, I can. Here's the thing, right? Here's the issue. If he full restores, here's what we need to predict. Because here's the thing. We need to predict whether it full restores. Because if it full restores, a Mega Dragon Pulse may be able to kill it. But if it doesn't, then using a Revive on Cleaver would be the best bet. Yeah, using a Revive on Cleaver would be the best bet if it doesn't full restore. I think either way, it kills us. Like, if he doesn't full restore, then we just die. So I think the move here is to Revive Cleaver. So, yeah. Oh, my God. He used... I should have Dragon Pulsed. Because now it kills us, certainly. Here's the thing, though. Even at full health, especially with 8 heads, I don't think Cleaver survives. So there's no point in even using a max potion. Oh my god. I think the only other hope is that Sandman can somehow survive an attack. Here's the thing, it has... No, I gotta bring back Sandman here. Because Demon dies here. Like, he doesn't... There's no way he survives an 8-head attack. And it still maintains them. Yeah, Dark. This is killing us. That hits 8 times. 8 times that hits. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So here's the hope, right? No, there's a fundamental flaw here. Because my hope was that Sandman on full HP. Yeah, we lose here. Because, yeah, I'm going to use Ice Shard on Cleaver. But the issue is, okay, hold on. At the very least, I'm going to use Ice. Because I think at full HP, a Sandman would survive an attack, but not at half HP. So the issue is I need to heal up, right? So I don't know. So I guess I'm going to use Ice Shard here just to deal, because here's my theory, right? I'm going to use Ice Shard. Oh yeah, use Ice Shard here. Oh my god. Really? Yeah, we lose here. Honestly, that was my last ditch attempt. My thinking was we use Ice Shard, get it down low, swap into Sandman. If he full restores, we could full restore as well and somehow hope it doesn't two-shot us. But yeah, we lose here. We lose. I mean, there's no real other way to look at it, right? Like, there's no other way to look at it. We lose here. Damn. I just want to see how much, yeah, we lose. Honestly, that sucks. Between the Bisharp predicting us in this, like, going about dealing with it wrong, that sucks. I think we can win. Like, I think we can beat him, but that really does suck. Dark Pulse. But that hits 8 times, though. That's the issue. Like, yeah, so that two-shots us. Thanks for getting a crit on the 6th one. Yeah, we lose here. I thought it loses heads as it loses. I'm such an idiot. I should have known. I should have freaking known. Oh my god. Yeah, it's over. I'm not even going to give him the satisfaction of winning. That honestly sucked because it was going so well up until the buy sharp and that. Like, honestly, the worst part of the battle was the buy sharp predicting us. That was actually the worst part of the battle. Like, the Hydreigon wasn't even the worst part. That was just me not knowing its ability. I looked ahead. I thought it lost heads as it lost HP. No, it gains them. The battle has been on. I may have to get my own freaking Mega Hydreigon. That's so badass. And I have to get through this whole cutscene again. Honestly, that sucks so much. This is the last time I'm. Here's the thing. All right, so this is gonna be the last time I battle him for this part, just because it takes freaking forever. If I lose to him now, I'll train everyone up to like level 86 if that's even possible. Like honestly, that's such a pain. Because now we have to go through all this again. Like for the second time? Yeah, third time. This is the third time. Yeah, I really think the battle went wrong at that buy sharp in Hydreigon, specifically the buy sharp using sword stance. So at least, because here's the thing. I'm still going to try and predict it using Sucker Punch, but I now know that which Pokemon did I send in against it? Or I sent in Jackbox, but I now know that it can just one-shot all my Pokemon. So, but I still know that Cleaver outspeeds it. So if somehow the battle ends up the same, I guess I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not even sure we heal. Like, yeah, that honestly sucks so much. And then the Hydreigon, I dealt with it wrong. I don't know. Like, what? I should have, like, using the Forest Store, I could have Mega Evolved Dragon Pulsed and killed it. But I don't know. I didn't think you would Forest Store, and I figured it was safer for me not to or whatnot. Or for me to not. Because if I used the Mega Dragon Pulse and it actually decided to attack, I would have died. So that was the issue. I was like, either the battle immediately ends or I can somehow make something of it, but I should have or I should have at least had one in the tank by that point. Honestly, that sucks. Like, that sucks so much. Yeah, I think we can beat him, though. It's just that I made a couple misplays. Yeah, mainly with the Bisharp and Hydreigon. Like, it was a good battle, though. Oh, my God, the Hydreigon, that's so badass. Like, honestly, I may have to get one of my own. That's such – so it can have up to 10 heads then, I think. Or maybe it's only 9. I don't know. Because it gained 3. But I think it gains – yeah, I think it's only up to 9. But still, that's like plus 180% attack. That's insane. Because it loses Levitate but gains that ability. Definitely worth it if you ask me. It's basically like, imagine like the normal shitty starting abilities like Blaze, Overgrowth, and whatever the water type one is. The ones that boost powers of a specific move when you're on lower HP. This is like that, except it boosts all moves. And it it's not sequential, but it's but it continues gaining the lower you get. It's not just like a static number below a certain amount of HP. You gain more the more you lose. Okay. So yeah, we just need to hope it uses Surf again, because if it doesn't use Surf, then we probably won't be able to kill it. Or at least, yeah, because we've got nothing super effective against it. Granted, if it turns into a Dark type, we can Moonblast it, but still. I think we need to hope that it turns into a Water type. But granted, theoretically it should, since that has the most attack. It did, nice. Yeah, Surf, or not attack, it has the most damage, because Dark Pulse and Extra Speed both do 80, but Surf does 95. So this Thunderbolt should kill it. So if it does not, I'll be disappointed. There we go. So the battle's still going in per usual. So, oh my God, but this battle's, because here's the thing, we got lucky this battle because the Tyranitar Stone Edge. Like, that's the thing. So that was partially what made the previous run as successful as it was. But I think, yeah, Moonblast is still the best chance here because it has the most damage. And it only ended up doing half, right? So, yeah, Moonblast does 95. Flash Cannon does what? 80. So it used. I don't know because now it's locked into Ice Punch. It has Choice Band. Honestly, I can use a max potion on Spicy Ice here. Like, I think Spicy Ice can, I think Ice Punch 3-shots Spicy Ice, and it's locked into that. So I can use Spicy Ice to kill this Tyranitar. Yeah, it's locked in. I don't know why it used Ice Punch. Are you joking? Really? It had to have gotten. I don't want to waste all my max potions on Spicy Ice. That's such a troll. It really had to get a crit. Like, that's actually such a joke. That's such a joke. Like, I got lucky in the sense that for whatever reason he used Ice Punch, but of course it had to crit. Right? Like when I'm banking on it 3-shotting us. Another? Does it have like a super high crit? No, crit chances are the same. There's just no way that it crit. I swear to God, I'm going to buy like 100 max potions and revives if this shit's going to keep up. We're like, that's actually insane that it got 2 crits in a row when I'm banking on it 3-shotting us. Let me look up. I'm actually about to I don't know, have like a fit or something. What's the percent chance for a crit? Let me literally look up crit percentage. I'm looking up crit percentage right now. Crit chance Pokemon. Like I'm about to like explode right now. Like 6.25%. 6.25% times 3. No, times. Okay, how are we gonna 6.5% out of 100 times 3? So you have 6.25 out of 300. If you reduce it or whatnot, that's like a 1 out of what, 50? No, it's way less than that. I swear to God, I'm about to explode right now. Like I'm actually about to, like, I don't know. I'm like gonna have a panic attack or something. Like if it crits us a 4th time. I'm actually like about to explode. Like I'm about to like break something. Like what's 6.25% chance? And then that's 6.25 out of 100. You multiply 100 by 3, that's 300. 6.25 out of 300. Now what's that percent? Like is it really all 1 out of 50? Like it seems because a 6% chance, that's like 1 out of slightly more than 10, like 1 out of, that's close to 1 out of 20. It's got to be more than 1 out of 50. My math, I don't care. Like it really crit us 3 times in a row. After Ice Shard missed 4 times in a row. That's actually, there's got to be like some sort of aspect to hard difficulty, which like enhances probability for like, there has to be, I just don't accept that we somehow managed to crit us 3 times in a row. I refuse to accept that. There's got to be some sort of RNG element to hard difficulty. I just refuse to accept that we missed Ice Shard 4 times in a row. and that it crit 3 times in a row. I refuse to accept those. There has to be some sort of RNG aspect to hard. I don't know what it is. There just has to be something. Honestly, I don't know what direction this. I wasted 3 max potions. It really crit us 3 times in a row. To me, that's actually insane. So this Spiritomb, I think we can kill it because the only moves it has are Dark Pulse and Psychic. Granted, it also has Calm Mind, but Spicy Ice is also the most especially defensive person on our team. So I think Moonblast can hopefully 2-shot it, and we outspeed it too. Really? Like, I'm actually so angry right now that, like, because the battle's, I can assume the battle's done because I have like 1 max potion. I'm not even sure it'll kill it on that HP. Here's the thing. Because here's what happens. Either we Moonblast it and it dies, or he uses a 4-restore and we get a free blast off. I think I need to Moonblast, because if we somehow try and predict it using a 4-restore and it doesn't, and it's Psychic or Dark Pulse us, we die. So we did use the 4-restore. But, I mean, there's just no way it crit 3. Nice, we got a... Here's the thing. Now he's going to either use another 4-restore, or I think Moonblast is enough to build on this HP. So we use another 4-restore. Honestly, that pisses me off. I can assume this run is over, given I have, like, however many 4 max potions left. Granted, I may be able to survive an attack. I may have gained enough HP through leftovers for that to be... This thing outspeeds us. We know this. Defiant. Cleaver can... Honestly, I don't know like what's happening with this run anymore. I just can't believe it crit us 3 times in a row. Do I have anything even to touch this? No, I just think we use Spicy Ice as fodder here. To me, that's in Spicy Ice is the first Pokemon I've used, but the issue is I wasted 4 max potions because I thought it could kill Tyranitar. Ice Punch should have 3-shot us if it didn't get 3 crits in a row. So what do we even do here? Do we just, I guess, make sense to you? What? Here, let's think about it, though. It has Iron Head, Knockoff, and Sucker Punch. Is there any Pokemon that resists Iron Head entirely? Let's see, but it has a higher attack. Is there any Pokemon which resists Iron Head? Jackbox is the only one. Actually, both Jackbox and Demix. Here's what I might do. I might swap out to Demix because he resists Iron Head. I guess, or Jack. My issue is I think even if, let's say, he Iron Heads Jackbox, let's say that happens, he would kill it next turn. I think we swap out to Demix here because I want to save Spicy Ice for later in the battle, but Demix really has no sort of, what would you call it? Demix doesn't really do anything in this battle, so I'd rather save Spicy Ice and sack Demix. Iron Head, it did end up using that. It's still... Another crit. At least this time it wasn't like the worst deal, but still it's about principle at this point. So we crit 3 times in a row with Ice Punch and got another crit later. Like, to me, that's actually insane. Like, I refuse to accept that those just happened. There has to be some RNG element to hard difficulty. I refuse to accept anything otherwise. But now we know we need to use Cleaver here because he's the only one who can outspeed and survive an attack. Jackbox may survive an attack, but still. Yeah, we got to kill it here. Please, like... This runs over. That's insane. There's just no way that it legitimately got 3 critical hits. There's 0 possible. There has to be some RNG aspect because this runs effectively over. Like, there's no one else that can deal with this Bisharp. Like, that's the issue. Like, maybe Jackbox? Like, maybe? I think he has a better chance than Sandman, but still, like, there's no way I can predict this stuff. Like, honestly, all strategy was thrown out the window ever since that Tyranitar got 3 critical hits. Like, it just stopped. Granted, here's what I can do. If it sucker punches, because here's the thing. I assume Jackbox can survive. So here's what I do. I Will-O-Wisp it. Either he survives an attack, I get the Will-O-Wisp off, and then I can kill it with Delta Muck, or it uses Sucker Punch and fails, and I get the Will-O-Wisp off. I think that's the chance. Knock off. Yeah, this runs over. Ever since that Tyranitar got 3 critical hits with Ice Punch, like, all strategy is just thrown out the window. Like, honestly, that's just insane to me. Like, that's actually insane. Sandman, no, he really has no chance of surviving a move. Like, yeah, there's 0 chance. I need to use someone as fodder. Like, my only hope is that it doesn't use Sucker Punch on Cleaver. Like, I need to use someone as fodder here. Spicy Ice, I think, has got to go. Granted, Demon doesn't really do anything in this battle, so here's the thing. I can bait it into using Sucker Punch with Demon or whatnot. So if I use a full restore on, or a revive on Cleaver, right? So if it uses Sucker Punch here, then he's an idiot. I can bait him into that and then just heal up. I don't dare use an attack. That's really everything, like, just was thrown out the window, you know, ever since that Tyranitar got 3 crits with Ice Punch. That's, to me, that's insane. There's no way that was legitimate. Like, especially after we missed Ice Shard 4 times in a row. Okay, it used knockoff. So it may actually kill itself due to Life Orb damage, but I think he still has 1 full restore, or does he? Yeah, we gotta use Cleaver here. Yeah, I think we lose this battle. He still has Delta Roserade, Spiritomb, and Hydreigon, most importantly, in the tank. And he even still has Tyranitar, because remember, he swapped that out. Yeah, this battle is over. Ever since that Tyranitar got 3 crits with Ice Punch, the battle was over. Like, it was over, like, as soon as that moment happened, and then as soon as he swapped out. So it didn't use Sucker Punch. Okay. But yeah, the battle was over once that Tyranitar got 3 critical. It was just done at that point. Like, the odds of that happening, to me, that's just insane. Like, I'm actually like, okay, can we outspeed this thing? It doesn't have Choice Scarf. It has Choice Specs. An Icicle Crash may kill it. Shoot, of course it had to miss. Okay, let's see what happened this battle. 3 crits with Ice Punch. Crit with Iron Head. And then now Icicle Crash missing. And I shouldn't have even used that because it's part dark. I should have used, like, close con. That's actually insane. That's insane. Like, that's insane. I refuse to accept that all those happen. There has to be some RNG element to hard difficulty that lets that happen. Like, I don't accept that or any other possible explanation. I think Spicy Ice killed Delta Roserade before. Or was it? No, it was Sandman. I forgot because he was the one who used. Honestly, this battle was over ever since that Tyranitar got 3 crits. It doesn't even matter at this point. Like, it doesn't even have. Well, actually, no. Is Flash Cannon super effective? Because, yeah, it has Heat Wave. I don't know. Well, Moonblast is still, like. Yeah, this battle was over ever since that Tyranitar got 3 crits. Like, that's actually such a pain. Because of the long-ass cutscene, I only got 2 chances to battle him. And of course, one of them needs bullshit like critical hits in a row. Like, I refuse to believe anything other than there being some sort of RNG element to hard difficulty. That's the only explanation, only possible explanation. Really is. I'm not willing to accept any other explanation. So he's still got 3 Pokemon left. Tyranitar, Spiritomb, Hydreigon. That's we don't outspeed this thing, do we? And it's got Choice Band too. It kills us here. Our hope is that it uses Ice Punch, and that it uses Ice Punch to kill us, and that we kill it. Like Ice Punch, who is Ice Punch not affect? Cleaver or Spicy Ice? Granted, we could also use Demix. Honestly, I think Cleaver, because it's gonna. I just need to bank. I need to assume it's gonna use Ice Punch. If it uses AR move, we lose. We know it won't use Stone Edge because that may actually not kill it. Well, yeah, I'm gonna revive Cleaver. I can't believe that this battle went to shit ever since the 3 watch it get an R crit. Okay, now it wasn't a crit. Thanks. So yeah, it used Ice Punch. I'm not even sure I can tank an Ice Punch on half HP. But I mean, if I can't, then yeah, I'm gonna use Punch here. I'm not even sure if I can tank one from half HP, but still, that's to me, that's just depressing that I only get 2 chances to run because of the long-ass cutscene, and one of them involves 3 crits in a row. What can you even do about that? Okay, we outspeed it. I swore it outsped us last time. And that was the only move we could use, because let's say it brought us to low HP and Life Orb. We don't want Life Orb to kill Cleaver. To me, that's actually insane. That's some, I don't know. To me, that's just insane. We saw this thing outsped us last time. What was our method of dealing with this? Ice Shard. But here's the issue, right? Given that it outspeeds us, it's going to kill us with Flash Cannon. So, is there any Pokemon that can deal with this Hydreigon? I don't know. Because here's not the move. Let me tell you what's the only possible way I defeat this thing is if I get a crit with Ice Shard. Because Ice Shard gets it down low. Because here's the thing. Even if I bring back someone, I don't think there's anyone, who can best take an attack from Hydreigon? Is there anyone who resists every single one of its moves? I don't think so. I think the best bet here is Sandman. But the main issue is that even if it, doesn't 2-shot Sandman, at least with Drain Punch, that won't do as much damage as, and that's the only move that's super effective against that Hydreigon, but that won't do as much damage as an Ice Shard. The only way, I guess, do I have any items? Honestly, this battle, this run was this battle was over ever since he got 3 crits. I mean, that was just insane. The odds of that. I refuse to believe it's anything other than some sort of RNG aspect of hard. The only possible way we beat this thing is if we crit with Ice Shard. That's the only possible way. The only way we win is crits. And of course, it's not going to happen. At least we can see it with more heads. So, yeah, I mean, it's over. Because, yeah, this Flash Cannon. Oh, use Dragon Pulse. Granted, its heads don't apparently, I guess, become active until after. Yeah, I mean, of course he gets... Yeah, I mean, honestly, that sucks so much. I only get 2 run-throughs in this part, and one of them needs bullshit 3 crits. That's actually, to me, that's insane. Not only did he get 3 crits, he got a later crit with Iron Head, Icicle Crash missed, and he got an R crit with Dragon. There has to be, That on top of Ice Shard missing 4 times, there has to be some RNG aspect to hard difficulty. I refuse to accept anything else. I'm going to end it here. I mean, I may go back and train up, but honestly, I think I can beat this thing so long as I don't get just obliterated by RNG. If not, I'll use 7 rare candies on Cleaver, get him to level 92, and absolutely sweep him. Like, to me, that's just insane. Like, the odds. I don't know. I'll decide. I need some time to think. So I'm going to end it here. I might not even part because that was such garbage. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. So for this one, see you in the next one.